case you are starting afresh, it's pretty simple. You just come here, you click on pieces. Okay, pieces is up. I press enter to select it. I enter admin, which is my password. I press enter or click OK. I wait for it to load. Let me just give it some time. It takes I think within the range of 30 seconds to 2 minutes. Depends on how fast your system is. It's still loading. It's still loading. Just some time. I think it will come up any moment from now. Yeah, it's still loading. My system is a little bit slow, and I think that's why it's laying. Okay, it's up now. I click OK, and then I wait for it to come up fully. Okay. All right, it's up. So when it appears like this, you find out that you will see a default screen. Sometimes it might be the last project you work on. Sometimes it might be blank. So anything here, don't bother yourself. Okay. Now I want to continue where I stopped in my last class or my last work. If you are working on a project, you want to continue from where you stop. So all you need to do is you go back to enterprise. Okay, click on enterprise, you click on project. Okay, now this is where you go back and select the project you want to work on or you want to continue from. Now I want to continue with my March planning class project and under EPC. So you can see it here. This is the March planning class. This is the shutdown. This is the EPC. And finally, I click on it here. So this is how you locate it. Okay. Now let me proceed to create WBS. Okay. To create WBS, which is the next step we are going to do, is I right click here to open this project, because this is now I can start executing my I can start developing my schedule. Okay, I've created EPS, I've created project, I've created calendar, I've assigned calendar, and now I want to create WBS. So I click on project to open it. So as soon as I click on project, it will now open on another environment. You can now see it here. It's showing me only this project, and it's actually showing me my Gantt chart space here. Okay, so I can now start adding my WBS. How? I click on project. Now remember, I'm not clicking on enterprise anymore. I'm going to project, because this is where you can find WBS. I click on project, I select WBS. So WBS will open another environment. Watch, you are in project before. Look at the project environment where I right click and I selected this project, and currently now I am in WBS window. So each of these window have their different functionality. So whenever you want to work with WBS, you will click on this WBS and you make sure you are working here. And how to bring it out, click on project and click on WBS. And that is exactly what I did, and I'm here now. So to start creating my WBS, look at the WBS I'm going to create. This is where you have from here, this general to the mobilization. This is the WBS of the project, and that's what I want to create. So I can use one method, which is the typing method. I sit down and say, okay, WBS number one. I click on add. The add will come up. Okay, I just don't type anything here under this WBS code. Always type all your words here. You just come here. You said general, which is the first thing we have there. So sorry, I like entering this in capital letter. General, yeah. So that's the first one. So I'll go back and I click on it again. It brings out the second WBS. Now this WBS is under this. How? If I close this, you will not see it again. But I don't want it that way. Okay, I want all of them to be straight. So I will click on this second one and I use this arrow key. You can see this arrow key. I make it to be on the same level. We call it level. Yeah. I click here again. I can now go back. I can use another method, copy and paste, procurement. I just copy the procurement here and I paste, but I won't do it because it's in small letter unless I have to change it to uppercase. Okay, let me just change all of them to uppercase so that I can use the copy and paste method. Okay, so I can now come here now, I copy procurement. Yeah, I go here, I paste it, right? I remove this two. Yeah, I press enter. I click on it again. I still use this one to move it, the arrow bar to move it. Then I'll go back here. Next one is mobilization. Okay, I close this, I click here and I paste it. Okay, um yeah. So the next thing here is I click on this, right? This one should be site works. I just say site works. And I think the fifth one is demobilization. Yeah, I just come here and I say demob. and housekeeping or closure. Let me check how I put it. Okay, the mob and closure. Okay, the mob and closure. Okay, so primarily this is the WBS and I'm done creating it. You can see it here. This is three of them. So I'm done creating three of them. But however, there's what we call sub WBS, which is this one in yellow. These ones in yellow are sub WBS and they are inside site works. Okay, I need to go to site works and I create fabrication, the commissioning of the spool, installation, and commissioning and testing as well. Okay, I need to do this inside this. So I will proceed by I'll copy this now. So I won't make this capital letter anymore. So I will just come here. When I click, automatically is under this. Okay, it's under this. So I don't need it. I don't want it to be under it. Let me delete it. Look at delete here. I click on delete. It asks me, do you want to delete? I say yes. It's off. So I will go inside. I will click on site works before I click on add to make sure it's under site works. Okay, so under this one now, under site works now paste what I have there, which is fabrication. Okay, yeah, so I will click on it again. Remember, you can type yeah, and it's under fabrication, but I don't want it to be under fabrication. I need to take it back. Yeah, so the second one now, I can now go and copy this. Also remember, you can type it. It's not must, you must copy. Yeah, you just come here and you can claim what you have here and you paste what you have copied so far. So this is the commissioning. This should be in capital letter. This should be in capital letter. Okay, the commissioning of spoon and valves. Okay, then I go again and I click on add. So under this one, I will use this arrow key to move it once more and I say installation. I say installation. Okay, then I click again. I use this to move it again so that it will be in the same straight line. So this one now will now be after installation. If I check the file again, you will now see commissioning. Sorry, we'll also add testing here, and I'm done with the WBS. I can just copy it and I say commissioning and testing, commissioning and testing. Okay, so I'm done with the sub WBS. You can now see that if I close this 4.0 or 4 or WBS number 4, it will close the sub WBS. And you also see a plus sign here and I open it. It shows that all these from fabrication to commissioning and testing are all inside site works. Okay, so please take note of that. It's important you see the line the way it runs, and this is how to create WBS. Okay, see you in the next session. Thank you.